I call the honourable member for Dawson.
Well, thank you, Madam Speaker. My question is to the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Infrastructure and Regional Development. Now, I remind the Minister of his recent announcement that a long-promised grant to relocate the Mackay Junior Soccer grounds away from the local airport would be fast-tracked to contract stage. Will the Minister tell the House what other grants in regional areas were left unfunded that this government is now delivering?
I call the Honourable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Infrastructure and Regional Development.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and I thank the honourable member for Dawson for his question. And of all of the examples of Labor mismanagement, the Mackay soccer fields are certainly amongst there with the prizes. This is a project, $1 million commitment that the Labor Party gave to the Mackay football playing fields project. They made that commitment before the 2010 federal election, But nothing happened for 3 years. Nothing happened for 3 years. Until finally, the then Minister for Regional Development wrote to the Mackay Football Club and said, and I quote, "I am pleased to advise you that I have approved funding of up to $1 million GST inclusive under the Community Infrastructure Grants Program for the Mackay Regional Football Fields Playing Fields Project." That letter was dated the 5th of August 2013, after the election had been called. But it didn't arrive at the soccer club until the 23rd of September. 2 weeks after the election had been held. So Labor promised this project, promised it 3 years ago, promised it again, but the letter to say it was going to happen arrived 2 weeks after this government came into office. Well, isn't that typical? Labor promises, fails to deliver. The coalition will deliver this project.
The
member for Dawson is able to assure his constituents that the project will be delivered. But of course, there are dozens of those projects. Labor is telling everyone that the coalition should be honouring nearly 1,000 election promises that they made during the period of the election campaign itself or in the lead-up. Well, if the Labor Party actually believes that one party should honour the other party's promises, why aren't you voting for the abolition of the carbon tax? Why aren't you voting for the abolition of the mining tax? Why aren't you continuing to vote for your own promise to cut university funding? This is hypocrisy on a grand scale. The Labor Party expects us to honour their promises, even though they vote against it. We will deliver our own promises, but now we have to also help out the former 2010 government and 2013 Labor government to deliver some of theirs.